Hello, welcome back to Moon Life Astro. Hello, gorgeous folks. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, thank you for joining us. On this channel, we talk about astrology, planning, productivity, basically using the astrological transits as a way to help us move through our days with a bit more ease and grace. I found what worked for me over the last couple of years, and so I just like to share it with other people, since I remember how frustrating it was to try to figure out how to organize my days and my time, to set it up to be helping me create a life that I truly love each day. And it started by just taking small steps each day. And that's kind of the perfect theme since we're in January, Capricorn season. Capricorn season is all about planning and systems, structure. It's ruled by Saturn, which is about boundaries, limitations, timekeeping. But today, the trends I want to talk about is actually we're in Mars in Cancer in retrograde. It went into retrograde yesterday, January 6th. I'm a little behind on recording because I took a break between Christmas and the New Year's, but I'll be getting caught up during this week. I'm also coming off of a small cold, so my throat sounds a little froggy. That's why. But I didn't want to go too long without checking in with folks. And I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season. Feel free to let me know how that was in the comments for you all. But what we have this week is we have, first of all, Mars moved into Cancer on January 6th, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. And then today, we have, well, actually, last week, Venus moved into Pisces on January 2nd, and it will remain in Pisces until January 28th. And Venus is exalted in Pisces. And what's beautiful about Venus in Pisces, it's a great time to highlight compassion, creativity, and connection to your higher self. I know for many people, this week feels like this is the week that 2025 got started. You know, it's after Christmas and it's after the New Year's and everybody's coming back from their vacation. But if you're not feeling like you're ready to totally get started, that's perfectly okay. Like I said, we have Mars in Cancer until the end of February. And so you may still be feeling a little slow to start this week. And if that's the case, don't beat yourself up about it. Um, this is still a time to really focus on what I like to think of as self nurturing. Some people call it self care. I know some people don't like the term self care. So if you don't like self care, maybe think of it as self nurturing. And I do feel like Venus and Pisces in particular encourages us to look at that. I feel like January and February are really great times to be looking at your support systems. So, if you don't have a therapist that you like, or if you don't have a therapist at all, or maybe you like your therapist, but you don't like their style of therapy, it's okay to find someone else that's going to help you take your healing and growth to the next level. This is a good week to begin looking at that, or at least visualizing what you think that would look like. Maybe you need more support in real life. Maybe you need more community, people that you connect with face to face more often with, either just socially or maybe around something specific. Meetup is a great app for that. I'm not sponsored by them, but I've been on Meetup for years. And I think it's a nice hybrid of tech and in real life. You get to connect with people that you have common interest in online, but then you actually get to set aside time to meet with people face to face. And I feel like as we're at the beginning of Pluto and Aquarius, which is all about people and communities, I think it's a good time to be implementing that, to be creating our communities, both online and in real life. And I think that's a key part of our self nurturing. Venus and Pisces can also talk about other levels of spiritual development, spiritual nourishment. So this is a fine time to be finding what kind of hobbies maybe you want to go back to, or maybe something you want to start. Maybe you want to look at taking an art class or a dance class, or maybe you want to learn pickleball. If there are indoor things you can do, if you're in a part of the country where it's really cold and it's hard to do things outside, then definitely look at ways to do that. And even if it is still cold, if you are able to at least still get outside, once or twice a week, get some fresh air, take a walk, be in the sunshine. And even though I am not someone who is not particularly crazy about winter, I don't really like being cold. I do appreciate that brisk feeling of fresh, cold air. Like when I do take a walk out in the winter, at first it's like, ooh, oh my gosh. But then it wakes me up in a different way. And there's something really refreshing about that as well. So, give yourself that opportunity if you can. And even if you're not able to take a walk outside, if you have physical limitations, maybe you're at least able to open the window for a couple of hours and bring in a little fresh air that way, connect to nature that way. I also find it helpful too to just look at videos of nature online. There's a lot of great stuff on that too, as well. So that can be another way to connect to nature. It's also a great time, Venus and Pisces, to help you engage in other rituals that can help you get more in touch with your intuition. Maybe pulling oracle cards or tarot cards, yoga. Mars in Cancer is also a great time to look at ways to connect with water. Since Cancer is a water sign, so maybe part of that could be taking a walk along a lake or a river if you live near a beach, or even just warm baths. That's very helpful. The thing about Mars in Cancer, Mars is not in its most comfortable place when it's in the sign of Cancer. It can bring up a lot of our irritations, our frustrations. It can basically highlight what's not working for us emotionally. So, Mars in Cancer is an opportunity to look at your insecurities, your anxieties. So, this is the other reason why I'm encouraging people to get those support systems in place to create a safe container to explore those things. Uh, it can also activate us in a way that we can sometimes be overly aggressive, overly assertive. Uh, it can show us where we're not fully expressing our anger or not expressing it in a healthy way. So if you have those moments, give yourself grace, forgive yourself. And then if you need to make amends with someone or other people, find a safe way to do that. And this is why those healthy support systems can help you navigate that. Like I said, trusted mental health professionals, trusted friends, family members, excuse me, that sort of thing. Um, but while Mars is in Cancer, really give yourself that space to create a safe space for your nurturing and your healing. Let me see what else. Oh, another piece of that too can of course be breath work, any somatic or body work that helps you do that, grounding rituals. Uh, the other thing about Mars and Cancer too, it may spark a desire in you to create a physical environment that's more conducive to your lifestyle, something that feels more cozy and supportive. I know I actually started reorganizing a part of my room so that it would give me more space to do my dancing. Like I like to take dance breaks during the day. I needed more space to do that. I also wanted more space to begin doing yoga on the floor. I had been doing yoga on my bed just because I didn't have the space to do it on the floor. But I find it's much healthier for my back if I can do a simple yoga routine on the floor. And even if it's just for 10, 15 minutes, simple yin exercises or restorative yoga, it's really helpful for me. So, if you want to take maybe the next couple of weeks to look at like organizing a corner, maybe that can help you, or find something else that can help a physical space feel a bit more cozy for you. Maybe you just need to know a nice new throw blanket, something simple. And now Venus and Mars together, Venus in Pisces, Mars in Cancer. in retrograde. I think together, this is really an invitation to go deeper spiritually. And especially since we're in Capricorn season, I've heard several astrologers talk about how Capricorn is also an opportunity to get back in touch with our own inner authority. It reminds us that we are the author of our lives, our experiences. That's one of the lessons of Capricorn. And I think it's easier to look at where we feel a sense of empowerment if we're doing this spiritual and emotional and mental work. And it's a good opportunity to ask yourself, where do you feel like you're in authority of your life? Where do you feel like you're out of authority in your life, your business, your family, your friendships, your communities? And what are some steps can begin to take to address that? And again, this is all about just small steps. You don't have to fix everything all at once. Just pick one thing this week to focus on. And this is just a reminder that self care, self nurturing, I do not think of it as a luxury. I think of it as a foundation for everything that we create in our lives. And so I'm just inviting all of us to allow Venus and Pisces and Mars and Cancer to guide us to a more nurturing and harmonious approach to life. And so, again, if you need therapy or other spiritual practices, spiritual communities, maybe just take a couple steps to like think about what that will look like. Maybe just reach out, just look at one meetup group and just join that meetup group this week. That can be as simple as that. That's basically all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this message was helpful. If it resonates for you at all, if you find it helpful, feel free to share it with others. Please do like the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you are getting value from it. It definitely helps me spread the message and to help other people. And I'm wishing you all love, joy, peace, and blessings. Peacefully yours, Darice.